Please.
No.
Yes. Hi. Knock, knock. Hello? Anybody in the house? Hi, Malati. Okay, it is now 4 o'clock. I am invited by Limpopo Synod Gender Justice Desk to speak about my experiences in a gender-based violence. Let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers for inviting me to speak in this much needed debate, given the rise of gender-based violence in our country. As a survivor of gender-based violence and someone who got back her power, it is my greatest honor and privilege to share with you my experiences and how did I get my power back. It is indeed important for us to observe the lockdown with our loved ones, to really take care of us, to take care of each other, to be loving, to be kind, to be respectful towards each other. Gender-based violence is a violation of human rights, and it remains unacceptable. It is corrosive and can destroy a life. On top of that, we should not live in fear. I am a survivor of gender-based violence. Let me introduce myself to those of you who have not met me in person. My name is Koli Matebese-Notshulwana. I'm better known as Koli. I am the author of the book, I Kept on Crying. In this book, I am sharing with you all my experiences of gender-based violence, what are the signs, and how I have survived it. Gender-based violence is a phenomenon which is very close to my heart. I find comfort in talking about it because I too learned from other people's experiences to be able to make an informed decision. What it does, it takes away your power, as the theme of today is getting back your power. It is true, gender-based violence strips off your dignity. It takes away your pride. It takes away your dignity. It takes away your sense of belonging. You become powerless. The abuser has a tendency and an intention, in fact, to make you take responsibility for their action. They have a potential to destroy your inner peace. You get a sense of loss. And when the abuser does these things to you, remember, this is somebody who stayed with you, who has observed you, who studied you, who knows your weaknesses. This is someone who is well aware of your potential and what are your aspirations. And when they do these things to you, they do these things to take away the power in you, to take away your confidence, to take away your sense of purpose, without you realizing that, in fact, my power has been taken away. You live your life trying to please the person. You live your life trying to fix what this person is doing to you. Now, I want to take you through the signs of gender-based violence, of domestic violence, of intimate partner violence, because these are all interlinked, these are related. The signs of gender-based violence I went through is that of isolation. They first isolate you, they take you away from the things that you want. They take you away from all those things that can shape you and change you to be a better person, because they see the potential in you, right? Why are they doing that? Nobody knows. It could be causes from an upbringing, from a low self-esteem on their part, but these things are happening. They don't mean there's something wrong with you as a victim. I realized very late in my abusive environment that, in fact, there was nothing wrong with me. The signs include accusation. They will accuse you of anything and everything in this whole world, just to make you feel sad. That's just to make you feel bad about yourself, to believe them. And in the midst of everything, you try and please them. You try and correct your behavior, which is never wrong, but because they want to take away your power. They isolate you, they accuse you, they physically hurt you, they financially control you. Those are some of the signs. Hence, I said they are in this book, the signs that I all went through. You know, the manipulation of your mind, of your surroundings. You know, I had to go through physical abuse. I went through all forms, in fact. Physical abuse, I don't only mean he punched me or he kicked me. Yes, he did all those things and I had bruises all over me. He will smell me just to satisfy himself if I did not sleep with somebody during the day. I could not take a shower after work because he wanted to know, what were you doing during the day, why you want to take a shower. He will stop me as I'm getting ready to go to work just to have sex with me. And I was not allowed to clean myself because in his mind, I must go as dirty as I was so that the next person can't sleep with me, or I must feel ashamed to sleep with another person. So they already and always and forever, you know, at all times have this sense of you are doing something, and they make you believe that you are useless, you are powerless, you know, and you internalize these things. They change who you are. You look in the mirror and see this ugly person who's constantly told that she is ugly. I was told many times that I look like a horse, and I believed him. And there was a time in my abusive environment, I knew that every 7 days I must be assaulted, I must be accused of something, there must be a fight in the house so that I can leave. Once that happens, then I'm fine. But I knew that every 7 days I must be assaulted for something. On the 8th day, I'll be worried and feel like, okay, something is wrong here. I wish he punches me. I wish he violates me. I wish he forces himself on me and rape me so that I know it is done. I constantly lived in fear in our own home. And he did that so well, because it's one of the things they do to their victims. They instill fear. And we're not supposed to live in fear in our homes. We're not supposed to live in fear with people we consider we love them, our husbands, our partners. So those are the signs that I'm talking about in my book, that once you realize them, because number one, you are not going to be able to see the signs with somebody you love. No one gets in a relationship and look for signs. Hence, I had to write this book to show both men and women that once you do these things, they are hurtful. These are aspects of domestic violence. This is gender-based violence. This is an abuse. It's a crime. It's a violation of human rights. We should not accept it. I read a poem. I'll get into how did I get my power back. I read a poem. I got flowers today. You know, that poem, when I read it, it spoke about me. And I asked myself, who is this person who knows me so much? Because the poem will read like, I got flowers today. It was not any special day, but because he hit me last night, or he hit me more than the other day, I know he must be sorry. You know, and he got her those flowers. And this pattern continued, because abuse is never a once-off event. If it happened once in your life and it never happened, consider yourself lucky. You must be grateful. You have done something right. Abuse is a continuous process. Once they start, they never end. And at the end of the poem, after getting flowers every time she was beaten, she was accused, she was strangled, you know, she was choked, she'll get flowers. At the end of the poem, she says, I got flowers today. Today, he finally managed to kill me. You know, I cried and I laughed because now the truth was revealed. I could see myself reflected in that poem, and I knew right there that should I stay longer in my situation, I will see myself lying cold in that casket, because I got flowers. I went on holiday. I got handbags. I got dinners from my husband. I got everything that I wanted, but after a beating, after an assault, after being accused, after being pushed on our bed, and he will open my legs and smell me if I didn't sleep anyone, then maybe you feel bad about it, I don't know. But I went through all of that. I got my share of flowers. And I read that poem and I said to myself, I am going to find myself lying cold in that casket, and that will be the day I'm getting true flowers. Then I started reading. I started wanting to find out, what is my relationship? What is my role in this relationship? What is my contribution? Why am I getting flowers? Why am I not happy most of the time, and only sometimes I am happy? I started getting interested in literature. You know, I'll silently open my phone or at work, find time to Google and just read signs of abuse, signs of an abusive partner, signs of an abusive husband, an abusive relationship. I was trying to locate myself in my painful situation. How did I get here? How come I did not see this is an abuse? And as I was going through literature, as I was going through reading, I came across a list of questions. There were 10. And I read them, you know, usually as anything else. And then at the end, as I was done reading, the caption read, if you answer one out of these questions, you must know that you are in an abusive relationship. It said if you answer only one. Remember, those questions would be like, does he isolate you? Does he financially control you? Does he force sex on you? Does he beat you? There were a lot of questions. So they were saying if you answer only one, know that you're in an abusive relationship. You can guess how many I answered. I answered 9 out of 10. You know, I answered 9 out of 10. I cried. I laughed. I asked myself a question that, how could I not know that I am in an abusive relationship? But I was happy. I laughed because now I'm getting the light. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. This is an abuse. And for me to be able to deal with this abuse, I need to fight for my happiness. I didn't know how to. But I felt empowered enough now with realizing that I am not the only one. If somebody can write these things on the internet about themselves or about whoever, and when I read them, I feel this person knows me so much. Then I realized that I'm not the only one. I started sharing my story to my close friends, to family members, to church people. I started explaining to them what was going on in my house, how long has it started, and how have we dealt with the situation. I started to seek help. I went through psychologists, I went through psychiatrists, but talking about it gave me a sense of relief, because now I knew that there is someone who is aware. Should anything bad happens, at least someone else will know that it was not a mistake. He has killed me. We will go and report to the police. Police will send us back and say, let's sort our problems, because on the outside, it always looks good. But deep down, you know the truth. You know that you're not happy. So I continued to read, and I accepted. I admitted that I was in an abusive relationship. That was very powerful for me to admit. Because if you don't admit that you are in a messy situation, you are in an abusive relationship, chances that you will go for help are zero. Because in your mind, all is well. So he has successfully managed to manipulate you to see you as a problem in a relationship. Much as he managed to do that, because I also tried to commit suicide, because I thought everything that is going wrong in this marriage, I am the greatest cause. I have created it. Why all of a sudden we are not happy and I'm always beaten? And I'll try to wear skirts. I'll try to do things he wants me to do. I'll try not see my sisters. I'll try not to see my friends. But then he will still find a reason. Then I realized that I need to read more. I need to find myself more in this literature. And I did that. And I realized in that situation that if I do not make my mind in terms of seeking help, I am going to physically fight with him. And I was very tiny at the time. I don't have the energy that he does as men. I'll definitely try and want to kill him instantly. And I will end up behind bars. And I did not want that. I have a child. And I gave birth to my second child in the same situation. So you sit and now be haunted with these scenarios in your head that it's either you see yourself killed in this situation, or you fight back and kill him and end up in, behind bars. Who's going to take care of your kids? The situation forced me to ask myself questions. And trust me, those questions are not comfortable. You need to ask yourself uncomfortable questions for you to arrive at a conclusion, at a better destination. You need to ask yourself questions. How did I get here? Why is it that I'm allowing this to continue? What is my contribution in this situation? Because even if you find yourself in that situation, I always said to myself, I am not blaming him 100%. My contribution is to continue to stay in this situation. No one is going to take me. So I had that 1% I blamed myself for, that the longer you stay in this situation, the more trauma and the more pain you are going to experience. You need to find courage, young lady, to walk away. It's not easy. It was never easy. I tried. I had many attempts. I would go and come back and ask myself, how about finances? How about this? I'll go and stay somewhere for a week or two and my life will be completely different. At that time, I was not aware that my power is gone. He has managed to strip me of my sense of worth, of my power. It was gone. So I asked myself questions. I admitted that something was not right. I sought help and I prayed. I prayed about my situation. And I knew that I needed to take action. I remember we were on holiday in Namibia. I was assaulted in front of other couples. We were 3 couples, and because I asked him something, and he thought I wanted one of them, I am making him a useless man. How could I ask him such in front of other men? And I was assaulted on the 24th of December, a day before Christmas. And I had blue eyes. I had, grays and blues on my face. And he would say to me, these things zakho ziyabonakala, hide them. Zezam. He feels embarrassed that I have blue eyes. I must put more makeup so that I cover up. So everything I went through, according to him, was my fault. That's when I started to sit down with myself and be true to myself. I knew that I can no longer lie to myself. I've lied enough. I was taking decision for myself. I was taking decision for my happiness. I was taking power back. And it requires you to fight, not physically, because we won't match them. Don't even try to fight physically. I'm warning you. The fight that you need to take up is the mental fight. You need to be strong for yourself. You need to admit that you are beautiful. You need to admit that you are worth of respect. You need to admit that you are worth of dignity. Don't settle for less. And if you're not getting those, that's a huge sign for you to walk away. As I said earlier, walking away from somebody you love, from somebody you have spent a lot of time with, it is not going to be an easy decision. But here I am. I am sharing this story so that you are informed. You can make an informed decision. There is a lot of literature out there that speaks about gender-based violence and intimate partner violence and domestic abuse. You can do it. You can walk away. Now remember, when all things are happening, they change you. They make you doubt yourself. You start believing in everything they say. At that time, power is gone. Now the big question, how do you get it back? It's not easy. As I said, you are going to fight for it. You are going to ask yourself uncomfortable questions. You're going to admit to yourself. You're going to read about your situation. You are going to talk about your situation. You're going to find platforms like these and participate in platforms like this. Because fortunately, there are these platforms. At the time I was going through what I was going through, there were no platforms like this. I only shared with the close people around me, just for them to be aware that the glamour and the gorgeousness they see on the outside, it was not true. I was not happy. When you take these matters to church, I am so happy the Methodist is leading this discussion today. In the past, when you take these matters to church, you get ostracized. Church don't want to deal with women who walk out of their marriages. You know, churches will pray with you. Police will send you back and tell you to go fix your problem. You look beautiful, you are young, you can work this. Families will tell you that ikhaya lentombi lisemzini. You find yourself isolated. You find yourself alone. You find yourself in doubt. You find yourself indebted to the situation. And you tell yourself that you are going to fix your marriage. And in that time, you are prolonging the pain. You have no ability. You are not trained to change another person. You only are, prolonging the pain, the misery in your life. Let us get our power back. Gender-based violence is corrosive. You do not want to be a statistics. Let us be able to say enough is enough. I took longer to say that, but I am so proud of the decision I have made, because getting our power back may mean different things to different people. I fought for me to continue to study. For me, that was getting my power back. For another person, getting power back would be to be a consultant, getting a power back to sell something, and whatever it is that makes you happy, it's getting your power back. But for me, getting my power back was to be able to study. I have loved studying throughout my life. I have wanted to become somebody, but I was not allowed. He continuously accused me of wanting men in all those setup of academic that I would share with him at the time. And trust me, since I have walked away and out of that situation, I have managed to pursue an empowering and fulfilling degree, the most highest degree. I'm a proud holder of a PhD today because of one decision that I made, to fight for my power back, to walk away from a situation which was causing pain to me, to fight for my respect, to fight for my dignity. A lot of the times when people leave those situations, they worry, what am I going to leave that situation with? Some people say, I left my house with nothing. That's not true. I want to tell you today, you left that house with your pride. You left that house with your beauty. You left that house with your dignity. You left that house with your power. Let's do this. I went through all forms of abuse. I mean it. But here I am today. I am living a purposeful life. I am sharing my situation with pride, with confidence, because I have survived. I did not end up lying cold in that casket because I was worried, what are the people going to say about my situation? I wanted to live. Life is for the living. Let us live life. Before I leave, going back to my case, and I realized that, in fact, in my case, I did not cause any of the pain that I found myself in. I was confident enough to go out and consult with the lawyers, with the family advocates, to try and affirm now my thoughts of getting my power back. Because for me, that was very important, to get my power back. I started going out of my small circles, expanding my knowledge, wanting to know, if I do this, what is going to happen? What will it cost should I do this way? I had forgiven myself. It is very important as well to forgive yourself for staying in a situation which is causing pain to you because you don't know. But I will blame you from today. If you inbox me, if you send me a WhatsApp and say these things are continuing, and when I ask you, are you aware that this is an abuse? And you say no, because I am trying to pin it down for you, to give you the signs for you to be aware. Because I said earlier, I understand you may not be aware that when he shouts at you and isolates you, when he physically hurts you, when he financially controls you, you don't know that is an abusive environment. But today, take notes, get them here, get them in this book. I am telling them as they are. I did not alter them because I don't want you, when you read them, you don't see yourself. Because I want to be a lens through which you can see your own experiences. And know that after seeing yourself, I want you to know that you too can live a successful life. You too can live a purposeful life. I am so proud that I walked away. I got my power back. The topic of today is Getting your power back? Yes, I got my power back. I don't know if I still have time, and the organizers will indicate if I still have time. I hope I still have time, because before I take questions, it is possible to get your power back. It just requires you to have enough courage to let it go. You need to learn to let it go. You need to talk about it. You will be surprised how much help out there. You will be surprised who else is going through the similar situation. You will be shocked to learn that you are not alone. Letting go and get your power back is a profound and fulfilling experience you will ever experience. You will tell me. So as I leave you this afternoon, I want you to find courage. I want you to find inspiration. I want you to find motivation in my story. I want you to fight for your power. I really want you to fight your power back, because we should not live in fear. The peace that I have is unbelievable. We should not live in fear. Both men and women. It's unfortunate that a lot of the times men don't share these experiences, and they also go through gender-based violence. It's just they don't share. But most of the time, women experience gender-based violence and children more than men. So men, stop it. Stop it. It hurts us. It's painful. If you have a low self-esteem, if you have upbringing problems, go seek help. Don't take it out to another person who has not done it, who has not created on you. Let us live in a fearless environment. Let us be kind towards each other. Let us be supportive with one another. Let us be there for each other. It hurts us. Not all of us will find enough courage and be able to tell their stories as I am telling my story now. But I am encouraging most women who are going through gender-based violence right now to fight for their power, to get their power back. It is liberating. It is liberating. Let's fight for our power. You need to let go. You need to live your life to the fullest. Life is for the living. You should live it. And thank you so much. And thank you so much. I can speak about this, the whole day. Thank you so much for the opportunity, for organizing this talk. I want you to get my book. I am not going to tell you what is in my book. I really want you to get my book. It is selling for $150 and it is self-distributed. If you are outside Gauteng, I charge extra 100 rands for postage. But thank you so much. Hi Kuma, thank you so much. Hi Mrs. Matanzima, I see you guys. Sidwell, thank you. Mutlatsi, thank you. Petras Madumo, and Mule, thank you so much. Thank you. Joyce, Kialebuha, Portia, it is my pleasure, darling. Tuakile, thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you coming through. And I hope you'll take this message back to your homes. Share with your loved ones. Share with your daughters. Share with your boys. They must know that confidence is very important, but courage is very important. Courage is contagious. They must really have courage to walk away from any situation which is causing pain. If it's not in a domestic environment, it's at work. Walk away. It's not worth it. Find courage to see things that are not benefiting to your soul. You can't live a life full of fears. It's not allowed. Lebogang, Mueng, thank you. Thank you very much. Muegi, thank you. Israel, I really appreciate. Moti, thank you. Vuyo kwam. Dialebuha. Kwanele Tenza, thank you so much. Mule, Diabulela. Vuyisa. Budmark, thank you so much. Portia, Lebohang, guys, Diabulela, yes. Gift, thank you so much. Petros, I think you must, guys, ask, usisinodumiso zababeke panin ke ngoku. Xolani usisinodumiso noTshepo to have another session. We can speak more about this. They can advise on a topic. I think I have given you enough ammunition to take your power back. It is very important. Go out there, fight for your power. Don't use physical fight. You may not win it. Mental strength. Admit it is not working. Learn to let go. Seek help. Speak about it. Pray. And take charge. Thank you.